Welcome. Today we're going to be translating words into equations. Now we've already done translating words into expressions, but now we're doing equations. Remember, an equation has an equal sign. It's the only difference. So here's that chart that you guys have seen before, and I posted it to my Google Classroom. The only difference now is they've added this column for equal signs. These are words that represent an equal sign. We still have our addition, we still have our subtraction, we still have our multiplication, which can be the dot again or parentheses. And we have division, which uses the division symbol or just that fraction symbol with our numbers on numerator and denominator. So let's take a look at a couple examples here. Remember that writing sentence as an equation, use X to represent a number. On the homework, they might eventually have you solve, but I know you guys are pretty good with equations. So let's take a look at example 1. 20. All right, I'll kind of box this out. All right, increased by. There's our plus sign. A number. All right, we know that we're using X to represent a number. Is, that's key, is a word for equal sign. All right, so is 5. So 20 plus X equals 5. You're just breaking down them just like that. Let's take a look at the next one. Twice a number. Okay, twice, that means multiplication and a number. So we just say 2X. All right, plus 3. There's our plus 3. Is the same as, let's make that clear, is the same as, that's another word, a phrase for an equal sign that you'll see in the chart, the number minus 6. So we can say X minus 6. There's an equation, X on both sides, solve that. Example 3, 3 times. So that's the first part that's pretty key. We got 3 times the sum of a number and 5. That's key. The sum of a number. So we're going to need that in parentheses. So the sum of a number and 5. So we're going to use X plus 5. And then there's our is 30, which or negative 30 equals negative 30. So there's an example where you need parentheses. Example 4, the quotient. All right, we know that means division of twice a number. So we know we're going to use the quotient. Twice a number and 8 is equal to that 2. So the quotient of twice a number. So twice a number, we're going to say 2X. All right, and 8. So I can say 2X divided by 8 is equal to 2. Divided by 8 is equal to 2. Or if I want, I can write it as the twice a number, 2X and 8 is equal to 2. Either way is acceptable. Let's take a look at one more final example. This one has been giving people lots of trouble. So the wording is extremely important. It has to do with subtraction. So let's first take a look at this one on the left. A number. So there's my X. Okay, minus 11. So minus sign and then 11 amounts to, we know that means equals 168. So it's pretty straightforward when they write it like this. But the one on the right, look what happens when they switch the wording. Now it says a number subtracted from 11. So we know it's going to be subtraction, but now this number is being subtracted from 11. So we don't want to say X minus 11, but the number is being, which again is going to be X. That's going to go over here, and we're subtracting that from 11. So if they had the rest of the word, it'd be 11 minus X equals 168. There's a big difference between these two. So wording is extremely important.